Dani is one of the greatest game development YouTubers on the platform, with over 3.5 million subscribers. As a result, Dani was gaining millions of views and millions of downloads on his games Crab Game and Muck, until he stopped altogether. As of this video, Dani has not released a new video in almost 2 years, which has left huge neglect for his dream game Karlson, wishlist on Steam by the way. Dani said Karlson wouldn't be released until 2069. But I can't wait 46 years, so why not finish the game myself? And to challenge myself, why not do it in a week? First and foremost, to make a video game such as Karlson, we need a game engine such as Unity, which is like an engine for a car, and the game is like the wheels, lights, and buttons to make the car functional. Now I would use Unity to make Karlson like Dani, but as of recent news, Unity kinda killed itself. For that reason, I've started learning Godot this past week by making games like the classic Flappy Bird clone. Obviously, the game features stunning graphics like Godot and more Godot, because this masterpiece of a game could be sold for millions of dollars, just like this picture of a potato that sold for $1 million to an Irish photographer in 2016. Anyways, another stupid game I made was this horror game with Skibidi Toilet. My friends told me I was 12 and that I needed to get a life, but that wasn't going to stop me from working on Karlson. After this week of learning the very basics of Godot, I started work by adding basic movement. The project lacked some colors, so I added them along with some boxes. In addition to that, on day 2 I began work on the more advanced Karlson mechanics, like wall running, grappling, and shooting. I first started with the wall running, so that when you smack your face into a wall, you stick, and if you don't, you no-clip into Skibidi Scare. After that, on day 3, I added some camera tilt so that it looked like you're actually wall running. But yeah, that didn't work out so well, so I moved on. Day 4, I added the grappling mechanic so you can swing around like Spider-Man, but mine ended up like a dash mechanic. I even tried using Dani's tutorial on a grapple gun, along with this Godot project with the grapple gun that was way too complicated for me to understand. Along with that, this project was very buggy, and what the heck even was that sound effect? After feeling uncomfortable from that, I decided to keep the current dash ability. Finally, I was making good progress, and the game was almost complete. I would just need to add a few more small features like milk, jump pad, enemies, and shooting for the game to be complete. I thought this would all be easy, until I started working on the shooting system. On day 5, I got the enemy working and spawned the bullet, but for whatever reason, the bullet had a mind of its own. I could not get it working because whatever I did, it would either not move at all or move in a random direction. Eventually, on day 6, I got it working though. So here are 2 lines of code it needed. Consequently, though, it still doesn't work completely, and as you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's exactly what I did. For the final day, I still needed to implement models and the jump pad. So I got to work adding a cube so that when you hit it, it makes you bounce like a jump pad. Similarly, I imported 3D models of the AT-48 and Billy to apply them to the temporary cubes that I had used earlier. Also, for Billy, I reused the enemy's code to make him, but doesn't that just make Billy the bad guy then? Finally, the game was done and I could go play the new OG Fortnite season. Lastly, for the current Dani situation,
look at this dude.
It seems like Dani has started work on a new project of some kind, and that it's just taking longer than expected, and I wish him the best of luck. Anyways, thanks for watching my terrible video.